starts to rain, silverware up for grabs, and green and gold covering the country. We are here for the local game. Welcome and thank you for joining us once again. I'm Johnny Keko alongside Dave and Grant. Green and gold fever, we're here to World Cup. We've got one more game to go, and what a big chance for the Socceroos.
Absolutely, yes. It's do or die though, isn't it, in that last group game after some, disappointing results. Certainly the last game against the United States.
Yes, and what a day for you as well, being a Scottish fan. You've got to make your decision up on which team you're actually going to support now. But the same day, they both lost.
That's right, but they're not playing against each other, so I'm okay just now.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
You never know, afterwards.
No, that's right. They possibly could meet in the final, maybe, if they get that far.
Yeah, if we get that far. We're going to see first. But how do you find the performances of both sides? We'll talk a little bit more in depth in the hot topics, but how do you find it?
Well, obviously, the Australia-America game is the one that we're most interested in here, and I suppose I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't do better, but I think we also underestimated the United States. I remember the '94 World Cup when the US were hosting the first time around, and I remember they didn't have a lot of hopes for them in that World Cup, but they just rode this absolute wave of euphoria that their fans and the nation sort of got behind them.
Yeah.
And I think they're riding that in this World Cup, and I think that goes a long way. It's like having a 12th man out there, in their home turf.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. We saw in Qatar how they went over there with their home fans as well. So he does have a huge advantage, and the Matildas had that too here during the Women's Cup. So. Yeah. Not easy coming up against him, but the media made it a lot more tastier, I think, as well, just going into that match.
Yeah, I don't listen to the media. You've got to ignore people like you and me, I think, because they can really stir it up. And that fella Grella over there was doing exactly that, and everybody was biting it.
Who do you reckon will be the Grella here in South Australian football landscape?
That's a good point. Who's the wind-up merchant? That's a good question.
Mark
I'll have to get back to you. Maybe Mark Talbot. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really sure.
Not very similar. Former player, played in England for a little bit as well.
Yeah. I like to bait people. Maybe it's me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's me, because I want to eat the food, so I got to keep on the good books.
You like to try and stay everybody's good books.
Yeah.
I'm happy to stir the pot.
Who's this Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
Where do we start? I don't know.
I've been loving him though. He's been great. His humour.
Yeah.
The World Cup. When they got asked who's the best, and he gave a serious answer, said Messi or Ronaldo. He said Messi. Yeah. And I said, now give us the real Zlatan. He goes,
he said himself,
did
he?
He did.
Yeah,
he goes, Zlatan. So good. Anyway, let's head into our hot topics this week. The first one is the Australia Cup. Silverware up for grabs, and our three South Australians know their fate now. Huge games. All three clubs, LA United, Cumberland and FK Belgrade, will be playing local sides, no A-League opponents. So for LA United, it's against Melbourne, South Melbourne, which is a team they've played in the past. And I think this is the hardest time to face them, because they've got technically two very good sides. One that played in the NPL and one that was playing in the OFC, which was coinciding with each other. And usually this time you come up against these teams that have had an off season. Not for South Melbourne. Sorry, they've gone all the way through.
Yeah, no, you're right. And South Melbourne they're a force to be reckoned with over in Victoria. They were a local team for me. I used to live in South Melbourne itself and worked on Clarendon Road. In fact, their supporter group are called the Clarendon Corner.
Yep.
They gather in that little corner of Lakeside Stadium. So the South Melbourne, massive draw, and I think they might fancy their chances against Adelaide United.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. Hey, great road trip to go over to if you can head there. I've been and watched the game there in Australian Championship. Great place to go to, and the history on display down there is incredible. So.
Yeah, well, that little stadium was the home to South Melbourne, now the Sydney Swans.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been playing football and soccer on that pitch since the 1860s, 1870s.
Swans played it back in the day, did they?
Yeah, up until 1981. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then Poshka was there as well.
Ange Postecoglou was the coach there for a while.
Sorry.
Ferenc Puskás, yes, he was the coach here as well.
Yeah.
They also had Tommy Docherty, for the Scottish people out there who might be listening or interested. He was their coach there for a while. So a lot of history, and they were a founder member of the old NSL in 1977 too. So.
Yeah, and Tommy G plays there now as well, former South Australian from Comets. So let's move into the South Australian clubs though. Cumberland hosting Heidelberg United. We talk about tough sides. That's going to be hard.
It is indeed. They're fourth in the NPL over in Victoria just now. Massive club, obviously. playing the north-eastern suburbs of Melbourne. But I mean, look, it's an away trip for them. It's a home game for our local side. So Cumberland have got nothing to lose. They are a second-tier side here, but it's the magic of the cup. Anything can happen, really, can't it?
Yeah, I don't know the history of them playing on artificial Heidelberg, but I know a lot of Victorian clubs don't have artificial, so it will be unknown territory for Heidelberg in terms of playing the home and away season. So it will be interesting to see the advantage that Cumberland will have.
Yeah, and Cumberland are a decent enough side. Obviously, they've got through to the final of our South Australian Cup here. They're maybe struggling a little bit in the league, but they're no mugs. I'm sure they'll make give a good account of themselves.
They've got a good coach as well, Phil Stubbins. He coached in the A-League, hasn't coached in the Cup though before, but he's coming up against his club that he played and coached at for over 10 plus years. So he was actually there when I was over there for the Metro Stars game in the Australia Championship. So he was getting recognised that day, and amazing to think now that he's up against his former side. So he knows them well, I'm pretty sure. He'll be prepared.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all works out.
Yeah, and also FK Belgrade get a home match as well now against, we'll talk about culture in the Australia Cup. It's all it's all about. FK Belgrade have great Serbian culture, but they're coming up against an Albanian club as well. So I think it might get a little bit heated in this game. We know what the cultures of these teams have, but talking about on the field though, it could be a great opportunity for FK Belgrade.
Absolutely. So North Sunshine Eagles, as you mentioned, they're an Albanian heritage club. There's currently 13th out of 14 in the VPL, which is Victoria's second tier. Not having a great domestic season in terms of their league run, so FK Belgrade over here must fancy their chances in that one. I would say.
Absolutely, and I'm sure their counterparts, the Serbian teams in Melbourne, will give them a hand or come down and support them as well. I'm sure it'll be great to see.
Big crowd coming over, do you think?
I reckon we could see a big crowd for this one.
Yeah.
Don't know how many thousand they can hold down at Frank Mitchell, but it'll definitely test it. I'm pretty sure, because this is what Cup's about. These type of fixtures, and I think they will draw a massive crowd. It's going to be interesting.
Do we know if it's going to be Frank Mitchell? That's the next question.
At
this stage, we don't really know.
We don't know yet, but I'd assume that that's what they'll be aiming for.
Yep.
But yeah,
well, they'd want it on their own turf, but I suppose the decision might be out of their hands. We'll wait and see.
But we can't wait to see how they all go in the fixtures. We look forward to supporting all three South Australian teams in the Australia Cup. But moving into national as well, that was national, but international, we got 5 South Australian girls heading to the June camp of the Combank Matildas.
We do indeed, Johnny, yes. Daisy Drawwater, Alicia Gray, Ruby King, Kylie Pridham and Sophie Tarasenko, who I used to play football against her father way back in the 90s and the early 2000s. He played for Ukrainian Lion, who are now Grange Lion in the Sasso comp. So her dad was a fierce opponent of mine. He'll be very proud to see Sophie playing in or getting into that squad.
Yeah, how great is that to see these young players getting the opportunity to go over there from South Australia. But I think Kylie Pridham, we've got to discuss as well, only 14 years old, where she was scoring goals for College. She's still there at the club, but from a young age, I remember just talking to people on the sideline and they're like, how old is that girl? And I could overhear him saying, gee, she's only 14. She's incredible. So to be selected, and we know how rare it is to see girls being selected outside of the NTC squad, which is great to see someone that's been noticed outside of it, and she definitely deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ruby King's also impressed me in some of the games that I've seen as well, so well done to all 5 of them. You know, it's fantastic for us here in South Australia to see our locals being selected for a national camp like that, so let's hope they do well.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to seeing how they all go on the national stage.
Maybe someday soon they'll be like us. They'll get to wear the national shirt, eh?
Yep.
Just like you and me.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Like us, and like some of our South Australians as well at the moment. Erin Kunda and all the likes of them didn't get to put the shirt on, or did have the shirt on, but didn't get to take the bib off until half time in that match against USA. Not the greatest start for the Socceroos against USA in the game we really wanted to have our pride on the line, but I think a lot of people have agreed that Popovic may have just made a little bit of a mistake in or underestimating USA maybe.
Yeah, look, retrospect's an easy thing, hindsight is an easy thing to use. I mean, we talked about those selections they made in that first game. He'd made some surprise selections in that game. And we ended up winning that one, and then we were saying he was a genius, and then of course in this game he made some more surprise selections, and we're thinking, why is he driving the Morris Minor when the Ferrari's in the driveway sort of thing. So let's hope we can just get the win in the final game, and then we don't have to worry about it all.
Well, I think the best thing about that game was we saw what Volpato can bring to a side as well, because he came out there. There's a lot of talk about him earlier. Well, we don't want him because he didn't want us initially, but he's there now. He came on. I think him, Irukunda, and Torre up front could do some damage.
They have the potential, yeah. I mean, I feel a little bit disappointed that Martin Boyle didn't get the nod ahead of someone like Volpato. Well, I think Martin Boyle would fly. He would fly around the world to play for Australia. Whereas Volpato didn't want to play for Australia and turned up at knocking on the door as the plane was about to leave. I just felt a lot for Martin Boyle. I think he's put a lot into Australia and would do anything to play for the country and was kind of turned down late, and I was a bit disappointed for him. But, you know, again, it's all past. We've got to look forward and hope we win that third game.
Nothing to do with your allegiance to Scotland with him?
Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I'm trying to look at it objectively, and you know, I'm not a Hibs fan, so I guess from that perspective, I'm looking at it objectively. I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe you're right. I mean, I love Harry Souttar.
Yeah, I think there's a few players that probably shouldn't have been selected, maybe for different reasons, but it's what it is, and it's what Popper wanted. And that first squad, I think we all agreed that Beach didn't look like the right fit for the game, but
then look what he did.
I know. I know. But we'll see what happens this final game. Big game this Friday. Where are you watching it from? Any choices? Or?
Well, I'm at work, but my boss is working from home, so he'll think I'm still at work when I sneak out to go to the pub. I work in the city centre, so I'll be going to one of the pubs in the city centre. I'll just sneak out for 2 hours.
Come to the tennis?
It's a little bit far for me to go. I would probably be noticed because the little sign in your Microsoft Teams goes red if you're away from your desk for too long. So
surely you can.
I'm gonna get someone
bribe someone to go on
like
for
a Ferris Bueller's Day Off, modern day Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Have someone shuggle my mouse every so often.
You're in IT, aren't you? So you can just remote check in from the stadium. Yeah.
There just has to be movement in the mouse.
I reckon if you go, anyone who goes down to the drive on the weekend on Friday, have a look at how many laptops are out. Because I reckon there'll be some people doing some notes and stuff, answering emails during the game as well.
I'm working from home.
Yeah. But I'll be going down. I reckon I'll be down there as well. So looking forward to getting behind the Socceroos. And the last 2 games I've watched from home, only because the last one I slept in. And I woke up.
Did you see any of it?
No, I woke up just before kickoff, literally 5 minutes.
Lucky. Okay.
But I had my alarm on for an hour before, but kept on pressing snooze. So.
Well, I've been going down to the Archibald for Scotland's games. They've had they had a piper there. They had much singing and dancing and merriment, and they also served haggis on pizza.
Really?
Aye.
I've never seen haggis being served at a normal pub before. So
there you go. They had haggis on pizza.
There you go. Interesting. I've got to head down there for a game or two, maybe.
Well, Scotland might only have one more game.
Yeah. Well, not for that. I don't want haggis. I've tried that before. Yuck. Anyway, we're going to head to a break. On the other side, we'll bring it back. Venues and their menus. Yes. Oh, yes. Well, flavour of the cup. Why not? Bring it back.
Yeah.
Some great flavours out there. And on the other side, venues and their menus.
Your time is now. When passion runs through you, become your own hero.
Well, football, fans and food all go hand in hand in South Australia, and we love it so much. So that we'll bring back venues and their menus. Man, not Antonis, David, sorry.
Certainly not.
No, but when you think about Greek or Cypriot clubs, you always think of Antonis because he's a proud Greek out there, Andoni Pagonis, but Antonis as we know him. But let's talk about the Greek food out there. West Adelaide, they're really up in the game, and they've just added chips to the menu as well.
Chips, wow!
Yes.
They've really pushed the boat out, haven't they? Chips.
I haven't had chips there. It's been one of those things I haven't had for a very long time. But they've got the fryers in now since they've moved into the new home. So I'm very excited. I've tried one of their chips and they're actually really decent. So.
One of their chips? You tried one of their chips?
Oh, I had 2. I already eaten the roll beforehand. But their rolls down there, the chicken rolls, beautiful.
I've got to say that the chicken is very good there on the big grill. I've got to say, yeah.
They do a really good job down there at West Adelaide. I had some dinner there a few weeks back as well with when I was training with the West Adelaide women. So... it's great to see the menu there and they're really showcasing on their culture. But talk about the Cypriot as well, Cobras, a Cypriot club. You've got a taste of the pork, I hear, and how good is it?
Oh, fantastic. So yeah, I was down there at Weigel Oval, the paint panel and pro oval, I think it's called these days with the sponsorship name.
Yeah, no, not paint suppliers. Sun, yeah.
Paint panel and pro. I was down there covering a State League One game a few weeks ago now, and yeah, they do this roast pork with chips. They do chips as well now.
They've always done chips, though.
This potato chip thing's really taking off here, isn't it? But the roast pork there was absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely. I love their food down there. They do a good job. They used to, at one point, cook the barbecue right next to the pitch.
Yep.
And the smoke used to go onto the pitch, which is incredible. I think they've moved a little bit away. I reckon they've moved about 10 metres away from it now.
Olympic do that too.
Yeah. No, but this was literally right next to the fence. Right next to I hadn't seen a club do that before, and it was just great, the smell. But I think they've moved it a little bit further away.
Right, okay, fair enough.
Just, I don't know what it is about Olympic, though. That smoke just literally wafts over the stadium.
It does.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're kind of doing that to try and see through the mist as it comes across.
Yeah, but I think it just gets that cold there and it's so open that it just hovers.
Yeah.
I think that's what it more is, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember a game got delayed once because of the smoke, they did the safe smoke and it just covered the pitch, no one could see anything.
Inhalation issues as well, probably.
Maybe.
Well, health hazard. Get health and safety out there, Johnny.
It's safe smoke, mate. Don't bring the negatives into it. But let's talk about some positives as well down at Beergrad. Their food is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
And for the first time in, I reckon, over 12 months, I had the Chavapi again.
Yeah, I've covered a few of their games this year. They're starting to think I'm some kind of fan of theirs. It's not the case. I'm a neutral observer. But yeah, Chris and Sue behind the bar serving up rakia for me. And then, of course, the shavaps and chips and the bags of lettuce that come out as well.
Yes.
A good feed there, and we certainly appreciate what they do for us.
Cabbage, you mean?
Is it cabbage?
Yeah, it's cabbage.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cabbage salad. It's beautiful.
It is. It does come out in big bags though, doesn't it?
Where's that?
FK Beergrad.
Beergrad, I haven't seen it in bags, but I've seen it in
comes out in a big
oh, there you
bag.
go. But it's beautiful.
Slash the bottom, empty it all out.
There you go. They probably make it in bulk. But
Yep.
but the rakia there, great.
Absolutely.
But
No
drink
complaints.
responsibly, yeah.
No complaints about that. We shouldn't be condoning the consumption of alcohol in excess. Drink in moderation, folks.
Absolutely. And after your game, obviously. And then down at Campbelltown, you have you think Campbelltown, Italian, pasta, but you eat?
My go-to there is just the bacon and egg roll. I don't know why.
Very ethnic.
Well, I guess I didn't really want the big burger when I get down there, and I wanted something more than just a snack. So I've always gone for the bacon and egg roll.
Yep.
3 or 4 slices of bacon and an egg. Can't go wrong.
Love it.
But they do make you wait round the corner. Have you done that at Campbelltown? They say, "Oh, take your
Oh,
order.
go inside. Yes.
Here's your ticket," and you wait there and go, "Oh no, you can't wait here. You have to walk round the side."
It's a good system.
Yeah, but it's never that busy. How are they going to mix me up with anybody else, Johnny?
Well, it's just where they hand the food from. I get
Yeah.
it. I don't know. It's a system.
Yeah, but I'm going to pick up all my gear, walk round the other side.
Oh,
wait
that's different.
Wait at a different counter for the same people to serve me my food.
As long as you get the food, that's all that matters.
True.
But bacon, I'm going to have to try that out. I've had a hot dog there before and it's good. But anyway, that's venues and their menus, and what a good little segment to bring back.
I think so, yes. Did
So-
we do all right? We did okay.
I think
didn't
we did all right, yeah, but just go out there and taste the food and let us know as well. I love when people message me saying, go try this down at this club or thereabouts. I also want to go down and try the West LA Raptors food as well when they're at West Terrace, sorry, because they do a good feed. I haven't had their lamb yet, but I missed out on it one day.
I did eat at Eastern United as well. I did a game down there a month or so
I
ago.
had pasta down there not long ago as well.
That was okay too.
Yeah,
They look after the clubs. They're very good. Thank you very much.
every club's great. So that's what we love about football in South Australia. But anyway, we're going to go to a break. We'll talk about the results, yeah?
Yes,
Done.
let's do that.
It's a local game. Well, whilst the eyes are on the World Cup, our eyes are very much set on the local game here in South Australia. Many big games happening around the grounds, and if we look at the local leagues, State League 2, it's been interesting. Mount Barker United getting their first win in the south of the State League 2.
That's right, yeah. The first win for them for this year, the 3-2 win over Titans. And interestingly enough, Johnny, from first down to fifth, only 3 points separate those sides, so it's very close at the
Very
top.
tight, yeah.
Yeah.
What about, how's this for timing that Alessio Carocci is not there and they managed to get their first win?
Maybe he should go away more often. Maybe that's what the club are thinking. I don't know.
Doubt it has any link there at all. But great for them as a club.
Fun enough, because he's in the United States or he's in Canada for the World Cup, he would have slept through that result as well, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would have been. So maybe he has to sleep during their games.
Yes,
Maybe that's the goal. But over in the north of the leagues as well, there's been some interesting ones. Barossa United yet to get a win.
They are, yeah. They've had 2 draws, but they're yet to get a win. So they're one of those sides that still hasn't had any luck in terms of their league victories, if you like. And Pontian Eagles sitting top, and they're the informed side right now, and have been for the last couple of weeks.
How do you think they're going? You reckon they're going to be able to hold on to that this year?
Well, they're in the perfect position to do that. They just need to sustain it, don't they?
We jumped the gun a little bit on the State League 2, but State League 2, Seaford are top at the moment. Bit of a surprise, I think, for a lot of people at the start of the year. Not for me. I know what the club were. They were very ambitious on making it a successful year, and it looks like they're doing all right.
They picked up some good signings, though, didn't they, at the start of this year, and maybe took them a little while just to click. But now that it has clicked, they're showing some on-field success with that, and they're doing very well in that State League South.
Definitely, and over in State League 1 as well, you look at Raiders top of the table, but it's equal points at the top, and it's very tight now with the top 3.
It is, just 4 points separate the top 6 sides from 28 points down to 24 points. Eastern United haven't lost any of their last 4 games, so they're still third bottom, but they haven't lost any of their last 4 games. As for the players, Luke Fusco of Fulham and Ali Aquil of Olympic are the 2 informed strikers. Yep. They're doing very well just now.
Yeah, I love seeing the league. It's a very interesting one. It's hard to predict State League 1, I think, because it's so tight.
It is, yeah. I mean, top 6 obviously goes into finals, but I mean, I don't know how you could pick who that top 6 are exactly going to be, because don't forget, with all due respect, Cobras were top when I commentated on them about 2 months ago, and they're now down 8th or somewhere like that. So. Yeah,
and now you look with July 11th, that's going to be the round that Cumberland have a weekend of playing against Beergrade in the cup final, so it means everyone gets a week off. So that will be a very interesting weekend as well, because see what happens the week after, because now Cumberland, depending on how far they go in the Australia Cup, they could have more games to play, and that might impact their game. They're not in a great position. Well, they're in a good position because they're only a few wins away from finals, but they're also not a few losses away from relegation as well.
Yeah, I mean, the league is so tight that if you lose a few in a row, you can drop down 3-4 places.
So, and those midweek games, if they have to fly, luckily they got a home game here against Heidelberg, but if they keep going further, you never know what could happen and could impact the game. But hopefully not. I'm sure Phil Stubbins will be prepared for that.
Absolutely, yep.
Over in the NPL though, some big upsets. I reckon no one expected what happened over at Kilburn with West Adelaide, a 5-5 draw against Croydon FC.
No, that's right. So Stan, Murari, Shrestha, Fabrizio, and Ivanich scoring for West, and Trimboli, Slattery, Cato, Mapor, and Fred Sunday with a 95th minute goal. So 10 different goal scorers in that 5-5 game. Quite extraordinary, really.
I know. It would have been a great game to be on. Simon and Theo got all the action down there. I was looking at it. It was 3-1 to West Adelaide at one point, and they managed to... Well, I think they got it to what? Was it 4-1 at one point, and they got equalised, and West Adelaide went back in front. And then you look it's incredible what's happened.
No, I know. 10 goals. 10 goals in the one game. Amazing. Yeah. Especially when we've had a few 0-0s over the last few weeks as well.
Well, we'll talk about results with Beergrad in the cup, sorry. They won the cup against Berks, knocked them out of the cup, got themselves to the final, and now they've gone back and won again. So 5 goals within 4 days of each other. So on aggregate, if we don't count this, but it's a 5-0 win. Yeah.
I mean, the top 2 in the NPL slipped up, of course, because FK Beergrad, as you mentioned there, had a win. They beat West Torrens Barculla 2-0, but City beat Metro Stars as well. So the top 2 sides in the NPL both lost, and ground has been gained by City on those top 2. City in third place just now.
Do you think Beergrad now, with the position they are in the cup, they're a different side? Obviously, NPL's got a little bit more... they've got a bit more backing behind them, and they're a bit of a powerhouse club, you would say, because they've got the community behind them as well. Do you reckon we could see this could add to them being in the cup, having the extra games now as well? Might add that extra firepower, might be a little force now in the final run of the league. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is with the NPL and a lot of these leagues as well is if they can get a little bit of momentum, if a club can get some momentum, I mean, Eastern United, that's why I mentioned them before, they're still third bottom, but they haven't lost a game in their last 4. You just get that little bit of momentum, you can sneak up on teams above you. So I think FK Beergrad are, possibly a side that could do quite well come finals. I'm sure they'll make finals.
Yeah, these community clubs like Beergrad, I think this type of competition in the Australia Cup brings them closer together. For what I saw on Monday night, it was incredible. They're all like got along. They obviously get along with each other though, but it's things like this bring them closer and closer together as a club. So I think that will impact on the field.
Yeah, and I'd like to think that the wider community, the football community, puts their the local differences behind them and gets behind the certainly the two NPL or the two South Australian clubs that we have, not NPL clubs. I'm sorry, and to a lesser extent maybe Adelaide United. We are a local game show, so Adelaide United are an A-League side, so maybe less of my focus anyway. I want to see the state get behind Cumberland and FK Beograd and see them do well in the Australia Cup.
Yeah, absolutely, and we definitely want to see them do well, but it'll be interesting to see how they go there. And but I think the one thing I do love as well, I won't mention names, but players saying that they want to play for certain players in the team and personnel in the club. So that just really shows that the buy-in at this club that Adrian and everyone around him, the captain and all the club have really built there, because everyone that's there is bought into the club, and I think that's what we're starting to see. Last year was a bit disappointment getting knocked out against Raiders, but they've done well now.
They have, and when you go back into the club rooms, again we're a neutral group. We don't take sides, but you go back into the club rooms at FK Beograd, and there is a special atmosphere there. The players are all quite willing to come up and have a chat, say hello, and the club certainly make you feel very welcome. So I wish them all the best. I hope they do well.
And the volunteers are great down there as well. I went there literally for the draw and the for dinner. So
Chris and Sue with the rakia, thank you very much.
Yes, that's made me walk home a few times, but and I live around the corner, so I shouldn't have driven to start with. But I left my car there, very safe area. But let's move into the WNPL. 1-0 down at one point, West Adelaide, but they managed to come back against Salisbury Inter, who put a fight up.
Yeah, look, West Adelaide still look unstoppable. They've won all 12 games. They've got 46 goals, and they've only conceded 7. So they're certainly, miles above everyone else in terms of the home and away league season. So doing very well. I'll stick my neck out, Johnny, and I'll say that if Metro Stars, who sit 9th, get a win over Vista in 10th this weekend, Flinders will be down. There you go. I can't see Flinders coming back. Flinders, another team who unfortunately haven't had a win this year yet. They've made some changes to their coaching personnel. It hasn't made a difference, so it's not looking good for them. They're still to win a league game. They've had 1 draw and 11 losses in their 12 matches. Yeah,
well, Metro will want to win, because if they don't win, they're going to be in that second relegation spot as well, which is a playoff.
I tell you what will be interesting. I think there's some quality sides down at the bottom of our WNPL and some quality sides sitting in second spot in our Women's State League. And of course they play off against each other. So the playoff this year, I think, between second in WSL and second bottom in WNPL is going to be quite mouth-watering. Tasty.
Absolutely.
Tasty,
yes.
Johnny.
Yes, we could do venues and the menus just for that tasty fixture.
Yes.
But yeah, Sturt, it's the battle in WSL, Sturt and Adelaide City, sorry. It's all going to come down to that final game, which is coming up soon. And
it's this weekend.
It's this weekend, yes, you're right. Yes.
They play each other this weekend.
So that's going to be huge. Sturt? I can't remember. I've forgotten.
I can't remember either. They have played each other
twice already.
Yeah, they've played each other. It's one win each so far in 2026. Start with the winners in round 1. And they're the only sides who have beaten Adelaide City this season. Keep your eye open for Natalie Francis of Adelaide City. This is the player to watch for me. 8 goals in the Women's State League. Florence Russell's actually the top scorer in the league for Modbury Jets. But that Natalie Francis, who struggled to get first team football last year, has been exceptional this year. She scored an amazing goal from the halfway line, went on a Maradona-esque run and put the ball away. That was a few weeks ago now. So, that's a big game this weekend, and it's going to go a long way to deciding who finishes top of the WSL. I think it's on Friday night. Yes,
it's going to be a big one. So look forward to seeing that. Head down there if you can, because it'll be very, very big game, because if Sturt win, they keep their chances alive or finishing top. But if LA City win, that puts him in a great position.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Paul Morris will be hoping and praying for the win, won't he?
Absolutely. And it's almost a year since we saw that fixture.
As will Frank Tibaldi.
Yes.
Yeah. They both will be. I'm not on anyone's side.
But talking about those two teams, though, was it a year or 2 years ago that me and you were commentating down there? It was 2 years now.
That's right. Yeah, well done. Well remembered, yes. That was one of the most memorable games I've had. So 2 years ago, we were at Carinia Reserve. It was the NPL at that point in time. Sturt in Adelaide City. Sturt coming into that, I think, hadn't scored a goal in about 400 minutes of football. Adelaide City were sitting about 4th in the table. And it finished, 6-0?
6-0.
Pouring rain.
Yes.
And that was an amazing game, wasn't it?
No, it was. It was freezing cold though, and almost got the winner at the end, Sturt as well. So a cracking game, and I think that's the that gave him a bit of hope because they won the cup final that year as well. But that was also, I think, in hindsight now, was the beginning of the slope for Adelaide City. You can start seeing the struggle. That year they did all right.
That was the point of was that the point of the start of the decline for Adelaide City's women?
Potentially. I don't know.
Well, you may be right, Johnny.
Looking back on it now, it looks like that was when the signs started showing because
Johnny's onto something there.
Last year, then they came out pretty poor at the start, which everyone can agree with, which is disappointing to see. We want them to get back there. But now, 2 years later, they could be back on the rise, which we definitely are back on the rise.
I think you might be right. So that's 2 years ago. Adelaide City sitting about fourth in the table, beaten by the bottom side. Decline starts. Johnny gets it right.
Maybe. I don't know. But apologies to anyone that disagrees with that. But looking in hindsight, that could be it. Yeah. But hindsight's a great thing, isn't it?
It is, yep.
Anyway, head out there this Friday at Adelaide City Park it is.
If I had known what my wife was really like, I would never have married her. Did I say that out loud?
It's on recording. It's on YouTube now. Good luck. While David works out his marriage and who he's supporting in the cup, we'll go to Antonis Pagonis with Press for Time.
Big week from Mount Barker, Johnny, with the Women's Community Division 2 side doing the best Socceroos against America's Samoa impersonation with a 30-goal victory. Meanwhile, the club star Alessio Carocci over in America, we know he's a contributor in the local game as well, having a lot of fun, and the Socceroos recognise him for it. Front page on their post on both Instagram and Facebook. Keep an eye out for him.
Well, thanks again, Antonis Pagonis. Press for Time. We love that segment. And I love being joined by David Grant as well. David, you disguised after those comments about your wife?
Yes, I'm hoping she didn't recognise me there. Well, she probably did, but she doesn't now, sort of thing. So, yeah. Look, I was talking earlier on with my head. Now I'm speaking with my heart. Go Scotland.
Scotland all the way.
Scotland all the way.
Yes.
No Scotland, no party.
Yeah, but then you got Suter if you need to support Scotland in
Harry
the
or John. Harry or John. John Suter plays for Scotland.
Yes, Harry or John. Sorry, I was like, you got me for a second.
Sorry,
I thought it was a new Scottish word you're teaching me. Harry or John? Yes, Harry or John. I don't know what that, but Harry or John, yes.
Oh dear.
Gotcha. Suter. Yep. Anyway, we're going to wrap things up on that note. Looking fabulous.
Thanks very much, pal.
Yeah, love the little.
I think you should try this on. Do you want to try it on?
Let's talk quickly because I've got to wrap it up.
Try it on, John. I just want to see what it looks like.
There you go. That look good on me?
That's magnificent. Oh, you need to bring it around a wee bit more. Tuck a wee bit up.
Alright? That better?
Just bring this around a bit.
Styling. There we go. Aye,
laddie.
Aye, laddie. How are you doing? We'll see you all next week.
It's Johnny McKeko.
Yes, Johnny McKeko. Johnny O'Keko.
Johnny McKeko.
McKeko.
Aye.
Johnny McKeko. We'll see you all next week. It's a local game. What a mess. What a shambles.
Cheers.
Aye. Want some haggis?
On pizza.